Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another vlog. I hope this finds you well and after a couple of weeks of good golf. I'm up here at the clubhouse in Hornsey just because it is that cold outside. I've been teaching for most of the day. It's now 4 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon and yeah, I am absolutely nithered. I've been teaching since 9 o'clock this morning, doing a couple of lessons at the school and then individual lessons here. Okay, so yeah, it's chilly out there, so I thought I was planning on doing it outside. I was going to do it in the studio, but I was like, nah, just way too cold for it. So yeah, warmth of the clubhouse for me at the moment. This week's vlog, got three subjects as always that I try and discuss and talk to you about. First one is going to be what's going to be happening in this year of golf. Okay, last vlog I spoke to you about setting some goals for your golf and what you want to achieve from your golf, and so I'm going to try and look ahead and see things to look forward to within the golfing world, things to keep an eye on maybe. Last vlog spoke about again, smarter goals, smarter principles, and that incorporates things like practice time and things like that. And I want a couple of things that have come up while I've been giving lessons in that time about how to practice and what type of practices that you can get. So I'm going to go into a little bit more about that. And also the last thing I'm going to mention, my third one, is just remind you just about the group lessons that I've been doing. Okay, we did our first one yesterday, which was Monday the 3rd. That went very well. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on what else is going to come. So, going back to that first topic, what are we going to be looking forward to this year in 2020 in the world of golf? I think the first one is going to be slow play. All right, I know that it is a bit of a almost an elephant in the room when it comes to golf clubs. A lot of golf clubs are always trying to sort of speed up the pace of play, and they're certainly trying to do this, certainly on the European Tour. I've not heard as much on the PGA Tour, but I know on the European Tour they've changed a couple of rules where you can incur a shot penalty if you get called as bad time. So if you're too slow, basically, you do that twice in a round, they're going to give you a penalty, rather than, I think it was twice in a tournament. So over 4 days, over one round. Big difference. And it looks like it's already started working. The competition in Abu Dhabi that Lee Westwood won, the round times in the first round were 10 minutes faster in the first round, and I think 6 minutes faster in the second round on average. So it's a start. I don't know how much effect that's going to have on you guys, the average golfers. Is it going to have any? And I spoke about this in a vlog a while ago, whenever it was, and I sort of questioned that if you're watching golf on TV, do you really have a concept of how long it's taking the professional golfers to get round? Because the TV cameras will go from one golfer to another, and you don't see just how long it takes. Okay, so you're watching golf on TV. Do you really get a concept? I don't. When I watch it, I must admit, I don't watch loads of golf. I watch quite a bit, but I don't watch loads. And I'm just there watching it just for the enjoyment. I'm not there thinking, God, this guy's taking a while. So it makes me wonder how much effect of speeding them up on the tour, is that going to drip down to the average club golfer? I don't know. And I suppose if you're at an event as well, if you're at an event watching the golfers, are you going to be stood there going, God, this is, look at them taking ages, I'm gonna do the same. But then you see them speed up, I'm going to start speeding up. You kind of, at an event, watching it, you get sort of carried away in the atmosphere a little bit. You start, well, it's okay, does it? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But certainly it looks like they are speeding things up. And it certainly, there was one guy who set the trend recently, and what was his name? I think it was Sebastian Soderberg, and he went round in 96 minutes, shot a 75. So yeah, whether we're going to end up having 96-minute rounds, I don't imagine. But you can do speed golf. I don't know if you've seen that speed golf, where the amount of time it takes you to get round, combined with the amount of shots you take, you get a score, and depending on your score, depending on who's fastest and has the lowest score, will win. So there is such a thing as speed golf, which I think is brilliant. Whether or not them two, speed golf and European Tour golf, is going to end up getting closer, I don't know. We'll have to see, won't we? But certainly on the tour, they are starting to crack down on slow play and trying to get people moving. Whether that'll have an effect or what the outcome of that will be, I'm not sure, but we shall watch it with interest. But yeah, keep an eye out for a bit more of that. Now, what else to look forward to? I'm going to talk about who I think might do well in majors this year, but in terms of golfers who are maybe going to do well, there's one guy I think that sticks out, a Norwegian guy called Victor Hovland. You may have seen a little bit of him. He's at the minute he's going from tour to tour, and this guy looks a pretty special talent. When you see him talking in interviews, he's very, very happy, very buoyant kind of a guy. He's got a great golf game. He was world #1 amateur. He's made the cut in the Masters. Victor Hovland might be a name to watch. See him on a few leaderboards at some point this year. And it's interesting that this has been spotted by others. The person I think of that has mentioned him and said it is very interesting to see how good he's going to be was Padraig Harrington. A reason why Padraig is interesting that Padraig's captain of the European Ryder Cup this year. So whether or not he's got half an eye on him as a potential member of the Ryder Cup team, who knows? But it'll certainly be interesting to watch how Victor Hovland does this year. Okay, so keep an eye out for that name, and I think he may go quite well this year. So that's something else to look forward to. I've just mentioned it there, the Ryder Cup. Yay, one of my favourite events. I love the Ryder Cup. That is obviously, it's in September this year. We're back over in America at Whistling Straits, going to try and defend it. You might remember last time it was in America, we actually lost the Ryder Cup, unfortunately, with Darren Clarke as captain. So we will have a bit of impetus, a bit more drive, a bit more determination to go and get that little trophy back. So yeah, put that date in your diary in September, Ryder Cup. Happy days. I love that event. I think it's brilliant. So last thing to look forward to this year, I've got a little list just in front of me here of people who I think might go well in majors this year. We're not quite there with sort of countdown to the Masters. I think we're probably about 60 days away, so we're getting closer. But I've got sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names who I think might win majors this year. Start off with the obvious two. I think Brooks Koepka and Rory McIlroy. I think that you've got to see him challenge. I think they'll probably maybe win 1 or 2 between them. You never know. We will see. A lot of the times it can depend on course setup, can depend on conditions and things like that. But I think that both of them two will possibly go quite well. I think the others that I've got here, first-time winners, you could look at somebody like Xander Schauffele. Did really well in the Masters last year. He really seems to like that course and suit him. He does play well in big events as well. So Xander Schauffele, I think, might be one to watch this year. Tommy Fleetwood, he's getting closer. His game has been so consistent. I think it's something like about 50, 50 events where he's not missed a cut. So it shows every single competition he's there, is in the top half, and he is challenging. So yeah, I don't think a major is too far away from him. The other one, I think, will be very, very close this year, if he can get his temperament under control, is Jon Rahm. Okay, there's no doubt in his ability. He nearly won at Torrey Pines again the other week. So he hits the ball a mile. He's got a great short game. So expect him to go well at some point this year. I think it's like I say, whether or not he can keep that temperament, we'll see what happens. There's no doubt about his talent. Definitely not. The other one who I often mention, and I don't know, is he getting the Westwood title of best player never to have won a major? I don't know. Westwood's obviously got it, but he's still scoring well as Westwood. I don't think Westwood will win a major, but the other guy who's getting close to that one now is Ricky Fowler. I seriously think he's running out of time. He's knocked on the door a few times and got into position, maybe not quite closed it out. Whether he is now gonna win a major, I don't know. We'll see. I hope he does, because I think I like him as a golfer, and he seems a pretty decent sort of a guy. Whether he's gonna win one, I don't know. So anyway, have a think, have a watch at the majors. Get in there slowly but surely. But they're the guys who I think might do quite well this year. So moving on, okay, I've got a little timer on there, and I can see that I'm getting close to the time limit that I sort of set myself here. The main bit of this section was going to be about how you practice, okay, and what type of practice. And you've heard me talk about competitive games and how to make things realistic to what you get on the course. And that type of practice is called random practice, okay? Because at the end of the day, when you get on the course, you might come off and have exactly the same score, but I guarantee that the round is very, very different. Okay, so random practice is basically where you maybe go on the range and you say, right, I'm going to hit a 6-iron to one target, then I'm going to get an 8-iron and go to a different one. I'm then going to try and shape this one. I'm then going to try and shape that one. I'm going to try and hit that one high, this one low. That is what you would call random practice, which is very similar to what you might find when you're out on the course. The other type of practice is what we call block practice, and that is where you stand there and hit ball after ball after ball after ball, all right, which is unrealistic to what you're trying to do out on the course. But where block practice does come handy and where it is important is that it helps you groove part of your technique. So say you're trying to get your club face under control, and you say, right, to get my club face under control, I've got to try and hit it left of that target every time. So you stand there and hit ball after ball after ball, and you're trying to get it to the left of the target. That's brilliant, okay? If that's what you want to do, brilliant. Once you've got your block practice and you're doing what you want to do, you then move into random practice. So you say, right, there we go, I'm going to get my 6 iron, I'm going to hit towards that target, but I need to get that ball finishing left of target for whatever reason. You then swap it. You get your 7 iron out, you go to a different target. Okay, I'm going to do that. Keep doing it, getting that club face under control. So you've got 2 types of practice. The block one is great for ingraining technique, okay, which a lot of people that I see, we are working on technique and we say, right, go away and practice that. Once you've got that practice, okay, to stop it getting boring, start your random practice, start playing your competitive games, hitting it high, hitting it low, left, right of targets, things like that, trying to shape it, okay? So you 2 types of practice. Have a think about which one is going to work best for you and what it is that you're trying to achieve from your practice. The random practice is brilliant if you hit it really well on the range anyway, but then struggle to take it on the course, okay? If you're that sort of person, random practice is the way to go. If you're trying to work on something in particular, block practice is the way to go. But you should sort of intermingle the two as best you can and when it suits you, okay? If you need any advice on how to practice and what types of practice, come and see me. I'm in the shop Wednesday, Thursdays in the shop. Email me, tweet me, get in touch with me. You know how to do that. So think about how you're practicing, okay? Is it relevant to what you're trying to achieve, whether you need to score better on the course? Go with random practice. If you're working on a particular thing, go with block practice where it's repetition after repetition, okay? Right, last but not least, and I know I'm rattling through this a bit because, again, seeing that timer, I'm over my time limit that I set myself here, but it's the group lessons, okay? Group lessons started really well. We did putting yesterday, Monday yesterday. We had a great turnout. We had 6 guys came along to that, and we did some putting, as I said, some block practice, some competitive practice in there, which was great. Next week, I've got some short game. Okay, next week, which is, let's have a think, it was the 3rd yesterday, so it's going to be Monday the 10th, 9 o'clock for men, 10:30 for the ladies. Short game, which is going to be up on the practice area. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of pictures on here so you can see when they are, and I'll also put them at the bottom or attached to the emails that I am sending out and onto my website. So I'm sorry that I've had to run through that last little bit very, very quickly. Obviously, if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch. Other than that, go play some golf. Hope you stay nice and warm and hit it straight and long and get all the putts in the hole, guys. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you. Bye-bye.